Talking is really easy. It's the walking that's the hard part. It's really easy to say what you want and who you want to be and where you want to go, but to actually take the steps to get there, that's the part where most people get stuck or stop or even just completely give up because it's so hard. You know, it's easy to write down all your plans, all your goals, and be like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna lose, a certain amount of weight by this time, but as soon as you start putting in the work, as soon as you say you want a certain body, okay, let's talk about physical. It's easy to say that, like, it's very exciting to imagine yourself in this new body and how you want to look, but as soon as you start going to the gym and get a little sore, you're a little tired, and it becomes hard to actually get to that goal, then it becomes easy to just give up. It becomes easy to stop and feel like it's not really attainable because you're either not seeing results right away. You've been going to the gym for a week and you think you're supposed to have a six-pack. But anything that has taken time to produce is also gonna take time to reverse. So if it's taken you 2 years to gain 20 pounds, it's not gonna come off in 2 weeks, babe. Like, you have to actually put in the work, and you're gonna have to put in overtime even to get to that goal. So a lot of times I think we get so caught up in our head and in our imagination of what something's gonna look like and the goal that we're trying to reach. We're thinking about it in our head as if it's gonna happen tomorrow, and then as soon as it doesn't happen that way, we don't like that. We don't like the reality of what it's actually gonna take to get to that point. So you have to remember that. You have to remember that anything that you are planning to work towards is going to take time. That's why so many people can talk the talk all day, but they cannot walk the walk. Because the walk is the part where you have to actually put the work in. That's the part where you have to actually prove to yourself that things that you're saying, the talk that you're talking, that's something that you are actually really determined to give yourself. If you want to get in a certain financial position, it didn't take you 2 days to get in a bad position. It's not going to take 2 days to transition into the person who is more financially stable. I think a lot of times we get so caught up in our imagination that we forget to be realistic. Like, some things are miracles. Some things really can just happen by the grace of God, or overnight, or without much effort. But most things do not happen that way. Most things you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to take yourself kind of like out of your body to really transform and transition into this experience. And I say out of your body because it really is an out of body experience to change your life, to change yourself, to transform, first of all, your mind, but to actually transform your physical reality or your physical body. To see those results is a huge transformation. So you really do have to remove yourself from your body, from your physical existence, into almost like a different dimension of reality that doesn't really exist yet. It's almost like you have to live in the dream before it actually comes to pass. And that's why I really love things like self-help books or podcasts or YouTube videos or just different things that will remind me that I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, I actually do have the ability to attain this outlandish goal or this completely different reality than what I'm used to, because it's hard to believe things that you cannot see. But that's the thing, my friend. You have to believe it first. And I always say this, you have to believe it before it actually comes into your physical reality. And that's a lot of times is what is going to make the walk so much easier. Because think about it this way. If you say something, right? If I say that I want $1,000 in a week, right? And I actually believe that I have the ability to make $1,000 in a week. I'm probably not just going to sit here in my car or lay in my bed or sit on my couch watching Netflix expecting that $1,000 to just rain down from the sky. Because I know that that's not how it works. Because yes, I'm being hopeful, but I'm also being really realistic. And understanding that, okay, I want $1,000 in a week. So my mind is going to start working. My gears are going to start turning and figuring out ways that I can possibly make money that is going to add up to $1,000 in a week's time. And I'm going to take the steps day after day until I get to that goal in 7 days. Or I say I want to lose 5 pounds in a month. I'm probably not going to, once again, sit on my couch or lay in my bed and just hope that the pounds fall off. I'm going to actually figure out ways to burn calories, burn fat. I'm going to figure out how to move my body, make myself sweat so that I can make sure that I see those numbers come down on the scale. So it's not about just saying that you want it and just hoping that it happens. You have to say that you want it and figure out how you're going to make it happen. Saying it is the talk, and the figuring out how is the walk. And you have to take those steps. You have to walk the walk if you want to actually see these things that you're saying you want come into fruition. And I understand, it's much easier said than done. But I think a lot of people don't realize how much they're talking the talk, but they're not walking the walk. They're not even taking the first step. That's probably most people's biggest issue, is that they either don't have the courage, or they don't really believe that they can, or they really haven't even tried. That's the thing. How will you know if you never try, friend? Just take the first step. And before you know it, you won't only be talking the talk, but you'll be walking that walk. That's it. That's the message. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Love you.